Hello everyone. The audio at the beginning of this video is not the greatest, and that's actually because the video is a collection of YouTube shorts that I upgraded my equipment midway through filming. As a content creator, it's my responsibility to you all to deliver the highest quality content that I can. However, I've elected to not go back and re-record all this, because I think it's very important to remember where you came from so that you can be grateful for all the progress you've made. So, to anyone who doesn't like the extra crispy audio, all I can say is... Dragon Ball's Pilaf saga is simple, acting as a starting point for our hero's grand adventure. The beginning of a manga series can be a contentious point among fans, with many saying it's not worth it watching a new author struggle to find their niche. Luckily, Dragon Ball subverts this problem, with author Akira Toriyama being an industry veteran, having produced the vastly successful Dr. Slump prior to beginning Dragon Ball. The Pilaf saga, while being quite a ways away from what would make Dragon Ball successful, still lays the groundwork with things like ki-based attacks, transformation, and the tentacular Dragon Balls themselves. While the villain would go on to be massively outshone by future iconic villains in the franchise, the lower stakes of the arc leaves much more room for character interactions, giving the arc a very cozy feeling as a result. What did you guys think of the Pilaf saga? Let me know in the comments below. The training of Kami-sen in Saga is groundbreaking, with author Akira Toriyama beginning to drift away from gag comedy and towards combat-centric storytelling. It showcases the first of many training arcs that, while not all that memorable, was essential for creating the morals Son Goku would stand for the rest of the series. It also serves as the introduction for Krillin and further develops the character of Yamcha, two characters that are rather divisive in the fanbase. Some like their dynamic with Goku, while others are disappointed in how both give up on training and improving themselves, seemingly betraying a core theme of the series. It's interesting that Yamcha, while not the first villain recruited to the Dragon Team, is the first case of Goku's pure-heartedness motivating someone to improve their lives for the better. What did you think of Dragon Ball's first training arc? Let me know in the comments below. Dragon Ball's 21st Tenkaichi Budokai takes off the training wheels and sends the readers headfirst into what the series is all about. Though echoes of Toriyama's old gag-based writing style did poke through. The writing decision to have Goku lose his first tournament and accept his loss with grace solidifies Dragon Ball's themes of reflection and self-improvement. Master Roshi's moon-destroying Kamehameha also deserves notoriety for being the first feat to break power scaling. Those who started with Z may find it odd to look back and see so many insignificant characters by today's standards, once portrayed as being able to rival Goku in strength. But the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai remains a stern reminder of how far our characters have progressed. The Red Ribbon Army Saga acts as an introduction to one of Dragon Ball's only multi-saga long villainous groups. Similar to the Pilaf saga, the group wouldn't begin to show what they were capable of until much later, but the arc does have an interesting character in the form of Android 8, someone created for the sake of killing who leaves that life behind, once a kind-hearted individual shows him another way, something Goku has more in common with than he knows. While not a whole lot to return to upon a second reading, it is nice to see what a capable fighter Goku has become after Master Roshi's training. General Blue Saga is interesting, as the antagonist General Blue himself is completely outshined by the reappearance of the cast of Dr. Slump, to the point where I completely forgot there was a whole pirate adventure after that until I revisited it for this review. While some could see these characters reappearing as shameless fan service, I choose to view it more as a passing the torch moment, with Dragon Ball being able to thank the series that gave Toriyama a platform to make him so popular in the first place. While General Blue does bring interesting powers to the table in the form of his psychic abilities, Only a handful of fighters in the future would go on to have this type of power set. Would you guys have liked to see psychic abilities expanded upon more? Let me know in the comments below. Commander Red Saga really should just be called the Chow Pai Pai Saga, because let's face it, everyone knows that he's the real attraction here. He's the first antagonist to completely blow Goku out of the water in terms of fighting skill, and is the one who creates the overarching goal of reviving Upa's dad. Goku, after being defeated, is driven to meet Master Korin, who, to this day, remains one of Dragon Ball's most under-elaborated upon characters. I mean, look at him, he's just a cat, and that's kinda all we really get. After defeating Chow Pai Pai, Goku takes the fight to the Red Ribbon Army one final time. For now. Though a slight bait-and-switch is pulled with Staff Officer Black being the main antagonist of the Red Ribbon Army in the end, Commander Red was so underdeveloped, he might as well have been interchangeable anyway. What did you guys think of the Red Ribbon Army saga as a whole? Let me know in the comments below. While the Fortune Teller Baba arc is not the most exhilarating of OG Dragon Ball, it does have its series of iconic moments that I think deserve a shine. The entire concept of Goku needing to win a 5-on-5 tournament with only 3 real combatants is a very interesting concept, and other series would go on to take this idea and run with it. Outside of that, this arc marks Yamcha's only canonical fight that ends in a dub. Sorry bud, you've peaked. It's all downhill from here. And, who could forget, Goku eating the Devil Might Beam and tanking it with absolutely no effect whatsoever. And, the arc climaxes with one of Dragon Ball's most heart-wrenching moments, Goku seeing his deceased grandpa once again. Goku's had a lot of masters over the years, but the one that made the biggest impact on his life was probably the old man who saw a baby fall out of the sky and begin destroying stuff and said, "That's mine now." The Ten Shinhan Saga is what made Dragon Ball famous. It's the first arc where we begin to see a shift away from over-the-top villains to ones that thematically oppose the heroes. This time, the bad guys are the good guys, but evil. Ten even has his own Krillin. The only difference is, while Goku found the kind-hearted turtle hermit to nurture all his latent potential, Ten found this jerk, who tries to cheat by having one of his students injure Goku mid-fight. This move is very reminiscent of a similar thing that happened in the 1980s movie Karate Kid, making Ten the Johnny to Goku's Daniel-san. The only difference is that Johnny was fighting to pat his ego, while Ten wanted to grow as a martial artist and as a person. I haven't seen Cobra Kai, don't hop on my neck. That's why Ten's efforts are rewarded with victory in the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai. The King Piccolo arc has the perfect narrative setup. One massive theme of Dragon Ball has always been self-improvement, with martial arts being the vehicle of that improvement. So Piccolo setting out to kill any martial artist that could stand up to him is in a way him trying to suppress the growth of humanity. The Dragon Team stands against him as if saying, "No, we refuse to remain weak like you want us to." And all seems lost until... The Uzara form gets overlooked a lot when it really shouldn't. By controlling the form and killing Piccolo, Goku is indirectly redeeming the Uzaru for killing Grandpa Gohan. The form that once took away Goku's family has saved his newfound family, and the Earth itself. The King Piccolo arc had so much to analyze that I could never do it justice in 60 seconds. So if you'd like to see a full review, make sure to make your voice heard in the comments below. The Piccolo Jr. saga marks the ending of not only OG Dragon Ball, but the emotional growth of Goku as a character. While we would go on to see him face challenges of being a father and a mentor, this is where the little boy we met in the woods became a man, as symbolized by the kanji on his gi, which normally stood for whoever he was training under, now being replaced by his name. People say this is where Goku's bad habit of sparing people started, but there were 3 reasons Goku had to spare Piccolo. 1. Piccolo's life was still magically tied to Kami's, so killing him would have killed one of Goku's friends. 2. Their fight was still technically the last match of the Tenkaichi Budokai, so killing Piccolo would have cost him the match. And 3. This gives closure to an earlier plot point where Master Roshi was worried if one of his students won the Tenkaichi Budokai, they'd give up martial arts now that they no longer had a goal to shoot for. By sparing Piccolo, Goku proved that he would keep fighting even if he didn't have any more heights to rise to. Hello everyone, before I let you all go, I just wanted to take a moment to shout out my new Patreon account. I'll be posting more long-form content soon, so if you'd like to help the channel grow, consider becoming a patron. First-time patrons will receive a signed copy of my own sci-fi novel, The Reaper, also available for purchase on Amazon if you'd like to support me that way. Remember to work hard, study well, and eat and sleep plenty. Goodbye.